Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing a GeForce RTX 4090 in The Witcher 3. This one is the Founders Edition model of the card. We are not overclocking it as usual, and I'm using the latest Nvidia drivers with it. You can see all of the GPU specs right here in Tech Power-Ups. GPU Z, rebar is enabled. It has 24 gigs of GDDR6X, 16384 CUDA cores, and it's released, of course, like a few weeks ago. Over on the left, we are pairing it with a Ryzen 750 800X 3D and 32GB of RAM, which won't bottleneck it whatsoever in this game, by the way. Don't you start with those things. The 5800X does bottleneck it, not this one, okay? Let's get into it, shall we? Oh, the sound of the wind breeze. So beautiful, my friends. I could actually fall asleep to that. Okay, let's go over the settings first, and I'm playing at the 4K resolution first. We're also going to test this one at maybe 1440p as well as 8K resolution, and I'm using the maximum settings in the game. Even Hairworks are enabled here. This is a very, very intensive setting, and I'm also going to try it out without Hairworks, and as you can see, everything else is set to the maximum. Over on the post-processing settings, it's also set to the maximum aside from motion blur, and let's do this. I already played around a little bit just to load the shaders and everything, because this game tends to stutter a little bit the first time that you launch it. Let's start counting the FPS now that everything is loaded in. Look at that. Beautiful high refresh rate experience at 4K resolution, guys. This is nothing short of amazing. I remember the days when no GPU could run it at maximum settings with Hairworks at even 1080p above 60 all of the time. I remember like the 980 Ti, I think. It used to drop a little bit in frames. I'm not sure if it was at 1440p or 1080p though, but yeah, this game is super intensive. It's made by CD Projekt Red, the same guys from Cyberpunk, of course. So yeah, come on, Roach, get out of here, please. Can I go over here? Okay, thank you so much. The controls on the horse are just a little bit too difficult, you know, as well as when you're walking and stuff like that. You can't really be precise. I remember that being an issue with a lot of people playing this game back in the days. Also, guys, take a look at these gorgeous graphics. Isn't it a beautiful game? I mean, it's amazing. It's from 2015, and it looks absolutely stunning even in 2022. Look at the wind on the leaves everywhere. It's so beautiful. What am I hearing? What the heck? I heard like a monster or something. Let's check it out down here. Of course, I'm gonna go to Novigrad in just a little bit, by the way, but these forest areas are actually more GPU intensive than the city areas. That's why I started by going here, and it's looking fantastic. It's so dynamic, the forest, and the graphics are so beautiful, and the atmosphere, if you hear that. Sounds are just amazing as well. It's really a gorgeous game in all fronts. Let's keep on going here. Oh yes, take a look at the water. The water could be a little bit less saturated, you know. It's still blue, but it's still very beautiful, of course, and it has a little bit of a hint of green by the shore. Very nice. Alright, and it runs fantastic here on the 4090, of course. High refresh rate experience, as I told you. All the way, no problems whatsoever. What's happening here? What do you need help with? Is the tree attacking you or something? What is happening? What is going on, buddy? What? I don't understand. I'm not sure how to help you. Is it the jacks back there? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by help. Alright. Anyways, keep on going. I think it's in this direction, maybe? Yes, okay, we go there and we enter the city through the gate, of course. Let's do this, Roach. Roach, just keep on going, buddy. Thank you. Come on, buddy. Don't stop like that. Every time. Okay, there we go. So, as you can see, it's not as intensive as the forest area back there, but it gets pretty close, actually. I didn't expect it to drop from like 130 here. And of course, there are a ton of NPCs right here. This is more of a CPU-intensive area, and you can see that the 5800X, the 5800X3T is doing a really good job still at not bottlenecking this GPU. So we're taking full advantage of the 4090, even in an old game like this one, and that's just amazing, guys. All right, it's just so beautiful. You should definitely pick this one up if you haven't already, and if you have a 4090 or any GPU actually. It runs on a wide variety of PCs, of course, being from 2015. Oh, we got some fire effects right here. And smoke. Nope, not a problem. Okay, it's not dropping here. Alright, that's it for 4K. 154 FPS on average, guys. That's just... It's buttery smooth aside from a couple of stutters here and there while it's loading things. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and disable the Nvidia Hairworks. Basically what this does is just pretty hair. Okay, you get pretty hair in the game, which is not really something that is very noticeable, you know. And it gets you like what, 50 less FPS. Now we're up into like the 200s at times. That's just crazy. All right, let's go and do our little walk once again here. Okay, come on, buddy. Roach, don't you... Oh, boy. Okay. I'm scared that Roach is gonna kick somebody, but I don't think that's possible, right? Inside of the city, at least. Look at that. 200s. That's just crazy, just because of the little hair. Also, I'm not sure if the Griffin head right there also had Hairworks applied to it. It would be interesting if it did. I know Roach definitely does with his beautiful hair, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the 50 FPS decrease by enabling Hairworks, every single hair in the screen should be hairworked, right? Oh, boy. But anyways, I don't think that's the case, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's go. Keep on going. I just remember that Hairworks did just completely wrecked performance in AMD GPUs back in the days, guys. It's kind of like ray tracing back when Nvidia introduced it, like the AMD cards, the 5600 XT, 5700 XT, which supposedly supported ray tracing. They were terrible at it. The newer stuff, however, is already pretty decent, of course, but Nvidia still comes out on top with that technology, and I think that was what they were going for here with Hairworks back in the days as well. Look at that, dropping into the 150s here, 140s even, near the forest, or inside of the forest, not near it. Oh boy, I think jacks were hitting there. Let's go. It's just amazing. Am I hearing some thunderstorms? No, it can't be, right? Like, I don't see a single cloud. Come on, Roach, why can't you move like... Oh my god, look at this. See? It's a little bit clunky, that's for sure. The controls on the horse, at least. Anyways, it's so beautiful and so atmospheric. I just can't get enough of this, guys. Beautiful, gorgeous game at 4K and at other resolutions as well. Keep on going. Okay, yeah, the weather is definitely changing a lot. And yes, what I heard was a thunderstorm. Or a thunder. Well, yes, it was only a thunder. Now it's thunderstorm is happening. Thunderstorm. I guess it's because I am used to saying Torbjorn. You know, no. Sorry. Let's go. This is it. In the city, 140s, 160s. We're seeing some slight variation there on GPU usage, but I don't think it's a CPU bottleneck yet. It's just a little, tiny little spikes there on the frame time graph. Also, everybody is wet, including this beautiful young lady right here. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out of here. All right. Why do people not care about the rain? Was it like this back in the Middle Age? Huh. Anyways, interesting weather right here. Thunderstorms in GTA 5 do look better than this, honestly. But this is still very, very nice. Alright, I think that's enough. 183 FPS average. It's pretty damn good, obviously, as expected. Is the fire still going, even with the rain and stuff? Yes, it is. Okay, I bumped it up to 8K now, with no Hairworks still, but still using the ultra settings on everything else, aside from motion blur. And, oh boy. I can still see a little bit of shimmering in Geralt's armor. That's because of the sharpening effect being turned on in the settings menu, the post-processing. Why am I always saying post-processing? Anyways, around 50 FPS is what we get at this insanely high resolution. Honestly, with 200 FPS previously at 4K, I thought this was gonna be a little bit better than it is. This is not the way, is it? Oh boy, Mandalorian, we need your help to show us the way, please. Oh, people, I'm so sorry for disrupting your peace, but it's Roach. Roach doesn't know how to walk. He's still a young little fella, you know? Also, I feel like we should probably load the previous save because this is too dark. I can't really see the beautiful, gorgeous graphics, you know? but at the same time, it could be a little bit more intensive. I don't know. I mean, it is getting 50 to 60. I think previously it was more in the 40s and 50s. I don't know. Maybe it's just slightly less intensive without the rain and thunderstormy weather, right? It's not really a really huge difference, but maybe outside of here, it's probably going to go up. Yeah, it's already going up into like the mid-60s, higher 60s at times. So slightly less intensive right here, but it is way more beautiful. So we're going to roll with it. It's all about the graphics here today, my friends. I love it. It's awesome to look at this game. At the distance, I can see like no shimmering whatsoever, no aliasing anywhere. Aside from, of course, the chainmail, but that's because of the sharpening filter. Slower. And honestly, I can't really notice it that much right now. Run, Roach. Yeah, maybe it was because it was a wet chainmail previously. It looked a little bit shimmery. Now it's just... Faster. It's so beautiful, guys. But so was 4K, of course. And I really recommend you to play at 4K, not like this. Like, this is awesome. Obviously, if you have an 8K TV, it should be fun to connect your 4090 to the TV and play like this for a little bit. Just see the beautiful, gorgeous graphics. But for actually playing the game, 4K is definitely the way to go with this card. It's amazing at 4K gaming, guys. 69 FPS right there. Beautiful stuff. Look at the textures there. Oh, come on. I can't... Okay, there we go. They're not bad looking, right? And it's only consuming 9 gigabytes of VRAM at 8K resolution. That's just crazy to me, guys. Well, let's see it here. Oh, let's not kill the jacks. Yes, I almost forgot. They are friendly. Well, not really, but in the heart, they are good people. They're not people, but you know what I mean. It's Jack. It counts as people, right? Anyways, dropping into the 40s right here at 8K max settings with no Hairworks, and now we are gonna go ahead and enable them. The AA, I think we could actually decrease that a little bit here at 8K, but I'm gonna set it to maximum, I don't care, you know. There we go, Hairworks are now enabled, Roach is looking like a fuzzy boy. Yeah, let's do this, and the Griffin, I want to see, yes, the Griffin head is also hairworked. For sure. Look at all of those tiny little hairs there. Very interesting. Slower. We didn't really lose a ton of FPS here. I thought we'd lose way more than this. Still in the 40s. Very good, actually. It's so beautiful. Wow. Alright, let's get back to the Novigrad area. Let's see if the other guy's still there. Yes. Oh, he's taking down the tree. I just noticed it. Interesting. So maybe the tree hit him back. I don't know. Now he's tired. What are we hearing? It's probably the wind in the... Yeah, it's the wind in the trees. That's actually really good detail there. You could hear the trees crackling a little bit and bumping into each other, I think. Wow, it's awesome. Let's go. Come on. No. Okay, Roach, let's go this way. How did you manage to do that? I don't know, but it worked. Everything is fine. Let's go. Novigrad, will it drop further than it did previously? Because now everybody has hair, I think. Actually, all of their hair is hidden away. Well, this guy doesn't have it, but yeah, this one is definitely not hair worked. Oh, hello, lady. How's it going? You always gotta say hello to the ladies, otherwise it's disrespectful. Let's do this. We're getting 45. Still playable even at maximum, super maximum settings here. Super maximum. I could still enjoy the game like this. I bet there were a lot of people back in the days playing with 45 FPS in this game and still enjoyed the hell out of it. I wish we could actually test it out using higher resolutions than 8K, but it's not possible. That's only possible with the resolution scaling settings, which this game doesn't have. But hey, let's stop it there now for 8K resolution and let's drop it down to 1440p and see what it's capable of at that res. Will we see like 300 frames per second or will we see a CPU bottleneck? That's the question. Let's go. Hear the water. Close your eyes. It's so beautiful. Even the sounds, man. Even the sounds are so beautiful. Anyways, let's go. Graphic settings, 1440p, everything enabled, everything on ultra aside from motion blur. Hairworks are also enabled here. And I remember this being, definitely being super intensive on the 980 Ti back in the days. I had a 980 Ti, I think, in 2016 or 17. It was back when the 1060 launched, so 2016, a little bit after that. Yeah, that was a beast GPU back in the days. I still remember when people talked about the 980 Ti. Whoa, the 980, like the 980 was really good, and the 980 Ti was just awesome. It was bonkers. It was kind of like, not the 4090. The 4090 is kind of like the 1080 Ti in the performance jump department, but the 980 Ti was a huge jump over the 780 Ti, that's for sure. 780 Ti was actually comparable to the 970. And then the 980 was like 15 or 20% faster than the 970. And then the 980 Ti was 35% faster than the 980. So that's how insane that GPU was back in the days. And it was still struggling a little bit here at 1440p with Hairworks enabled. It's just Hairworks, of course. If you disabled that, it would actually get you pretty decent FPS. I actually have a benchmark testing the 980 Ti in The Witcher 3 in the channel. Made a long time ago. But hey, we're here in the forest area getting around 200 FPS. I honestly expected a bigger jump in performance, but well, I guess we're getting like, what, 50 to 60 more frames than what we got at 4K. So that's alright, that's reasonable. For those of you 240 Hz gamers out there with 240 Hz 1440p monitors, this is gonna be looking fantastic, and it's gonna be buttery smooth. You can have a competitive experience in The Witcher 3. What is wrong with you, Roach? Please! God damn it, every single time I see a Roach and I ride a Roach, he does something stupid. In Red Dead Redemption 2, it's the same thing. Oh boy. Alright, lastly, I just want to take a quick look at it without Hairworks, guys. Okay, let's go here. Yes, and turn that off. Can we get those 300s? Oh boy, it's close. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I can't believe we're still GPU bound at this res. Getting 300 FPS. That's just insane. Look at that, 350. Look at the sky, it's probably going up to 400, right? No? Almost, yes, 403 FPS maximum there. Holy crap, dude. That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Again, I remember playing this game with 980 Ti at 1440p, and it wasn't really that smooth. You know? Yeah, I'm just checking right now. The 980 Ti got around 50 to 60 FPS in this game at 1440p with Hairworks off, where this is getting like 6 times as many FPS. That's just insane. What? A GPU that's 6 times faster than a 980 Ti. The 980 Ti is comparable to the 1070, by the way, in performance, which is comparable to like, what, a 2060? Maybe slightly slower than 2060. Yeah, 1660 Ti, that's it. So this is like 6 times faster than 1660 Ti. Insane stuff. We're starting to see the limits of the 5800X 3D at 1440p without Hairworks, because GPU utilization is not pegged at 99% all of the time now. But I mean, this is nothing short of amazing, is it? Damn, dude. So insane. I have no idea where I am now. Oh, Novigrad is that way. I thought it was that way for some reason. We gotta get to the city, check out the FPS in there. Should we try it out at 1080p as well, though? I mean, when we are in the city, it's gonna be CPU bound all the way, so it's probably gonna get the same FPS at 1440 and 1080p. So I'm gonna drop it down to 1080p just because I'm really curious. Just look at those frames. What? Oh my god. 1080p res. Hairworks are off at the moment. Alright, same settings. Is this real life right now? Are we playing The Witcher 3 with 400 FPS? Nearly 400. It's still GPU bound sometimes. Oh my god. Of course, there's a little bit of variation there on the GPU side of things. And as we approach the city, it's gonna drop a lot, obviously, because, again, it is more CPU intensive. Let's go to the other door, actually, where there are a ton of NPCs that will wreck our frames, probably. But this is crazy, guys. The GPU is actually capable of getting 400 FPS. Wow. Oh, my God. Okay. Look at that. Oh, dropping into a measly 200. Oh, 208 there at the minimum. Oh boy, that's terrible, right? Who wants to play at 200 FPS in this game? 5800 extra D, so terrible of a CPU. A lot of people tell me that and give me crap because of that. The CPU is actually around like 12900K performance, so it's not really that bad. A lot of people think of the 5800X and not the 5800X 3D, and I think that's why they give me so much crap, because I'm using this CPU, this GPU. But hey, I will actually need to send this back to Nvidia, so I don't really need anything faster than a 5800X 3D, since I'm not gonna test it for much longer, unfortunately. That's really sad. But I got a few games that I already recorded, guys, so I will keep some 4090 videos coming in the next few weeks still. So stay tuned in for that, alright? And they said that they were working on getting another 4090 back to me, so yeah, there's that as well. Anyways, stay tuned in for more content. As always, this is just crazy stuff here in The Witcher 3. If we get close to no figure it drops, of course, because of CPU bottleneck. But hey, it's 1080p. Nobody should play at 1080p with a 4090, at least not in 2021. Hairworks enabled now. It actually is GPU bound all the way. So if you want to max out the game at 1080p with this GPU for some reason, well, it's still going to be GPU bound most of the time, at least with Hairworks enabled. And you get like 200 plus, I think. Even in forest areas like this one with a lot of vegetation, which is of course very intensive, it's not dropping from 200 frames per second. So that's the 200 FPS plus experience, completely maxed out at 1080p. It gets close at 1440p, it gets like 150 at 4K, and like 40 at 8K. I loved it, actually. I loved taking a look at The Witcher 3. I hope you guys did as well. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you in the next one very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.